What's up guys, Garrett Ginner here. It's early in the morning, I just woke up, so I feel like doing a pretty basic tutorial. And a lot of you have been asking me like, oh, how do you do your ollies so high? And I figured why not make a tutorial on how to do your ollies higher. So it's pretty self-explanatory that before this video you're going to want to have ollies already. Not good ollies, but you're going to want to have ollies. You want to like understand the concept of them, be able to get them off the ground, and you're just looking for that like extra little advice to get them good ollies, get like the high boned ollies, you know what I mean? So this is your video, man. I'm here for you. So this is less of a trick tip because an ollie is an ollie, like a bad ollie is still an ollie, but it's more of just like kind of like helping your style. Like you want to get like nice looking ollies because anyone, like you can ollie, but maybe you want to like be able to ollie over something, or you just want to have better looking ollies. Either way, like getting your ollies higher is going to help you with either of those things. So this is how to ollie higher and how to make it look better. So before you try anything, go outside and do like 10 or 15 just normal flat ground ollies. Get like your muscles warmed up, get a feel for the ollie, get the board off the ground, just like start feeling it out. Once you're pretty warmed up and you have your feet like where you feel comfortable ollieing and like everything feels right and what you're used to, try putting your front foot back a little bit more. So if it's pretty close to the front bolts, pull it back just like maybe an inch or two, and then try a few more ollies. And you might notice that you need to end up scooping a little bit harder with your front foot, so that might actually help you out right there. That's how I learned my higher ollies. I'd move my front foot back a little bit. So just experiment with front foot placement and like move it back or forward and see what helps you. See if anything gets you a higher ollie. Once you've found what feels comfortable for your front foot, experiment with your back foot. If you have your back foot like not completely on the tail of the board, like you have it kind of in the middle of the tail, try putting it right on the end of the tail. And what that does is it gives you a little bit more pop. So it's like, because I mean, think about it like logically. If you're pushing in the middle of the tail, you only have like so much pop. But if you push at the end of the tail, you like sound effects, killing it. Once you found out what feels right for your back foot and your front foot, put those together. So maybe you found out that your front foot gets you a little higher ollie if you move it back a little bit. So move it back a little bit. Maybe you found out that having your back foot more on the tail gets you a higher ollie. So put it back on the tail more. And combine those things and you're gonna have a better ollie. It's just like guaranteed. Something that I see a lot of is people will have ollies and then when they go to learn higher ollies, they end up not even landing an ollie. And the reason for that is they're trying too hard. They end up like flicking the board out or just doing some weird stuff and it doesn't work. So my advice for that is make sure, whoa, what is that animal on the ground? So the main thing you need to do to fix the sort of kicking out problem is just like focus on, it's still an ollie, you're not like doing some weird things with your body, so just make sure that you're like jumping straight up, your balance is centered, and that you feel confident like staying above the board. So by combining foot placement with keeping yourself balanced and just all around jumping higher, because your board can only go as high as your body goes. I mean, think about it logically, like your board's not going to go higher than your feet, so make sure you get a solid pop, jump up, because that's how ollies work, you have to jump, and push that front foot forward to keep your board with you, and then land at bolts, hopefully, because that's what you're supposed to do with skateboarding. Also, just throwing this in there because it's not really part of the tutorial, but to bone out an ollie, all you really do is push your front foot out more than your back foot and kind of suck your back foot up, so it's like pop, bone it out, land it. And I mean, I have a trick tip on boned ollies, so if you want to check that out, click the link right here. That'll teach you guys how to bone ollies. That's just sort of like re-talking about it for a quick second, but don't worry about it. That'll just confuse you. So if you guys like this tutorial and if it helped you out, please subscribe to my channel. I post daily uploads. At least I do my best to. I was having some computer problems for the past few days and I missed a day, but for the most part I will have daily uploads. Follow me on Instagram at GarrettGinner, Twitter at GarrettGinner, Facebook GarrettGinner, Snapchat GarrettGinner. Don't forget the D. I think that's it. I'm probably forgetting one, but that's about it. Goodbye.